What if everything you have ever wanted, wealth, success, influence, freedom, was not outside of you but already hidden within your own mind? Think about that for a moment. Right now there are people living the life you dream about. They wake up with purpose. They make decisions with confidence. They attract opportunities. They seem to move through life with an invisible force pulling success toward them. But what if I told you that the difference between them and everyone else is not luck, not talent, not background, and not even education? The difference is how they think. For centuries, the greatest achievers in the world have understood one powerful truth. Your mind is the greatest wealth-building tool you will ever own. Every fortune, every empire, every innovation, every breakthrough started as a single thought in someone's mind, and no one understood this better than Napoleon Hill. Hill spent decades studying the world's wealthiest and most successful people, discovering the hidden principles that transformed ordinary individuals into extraordinary leaders. What he found changed millions of lives forever. But here's the shocking part. Most people never unlock the power already living inside them. They go through life carrying unlimited potential while living with limited results. Why? Because nobody taught them how to activate the wealth power of the mind. In today's message, you are about to discover 5 life-changing lessons that can reprogram your thinking, strengthen your belief, and unlock the wealth force already waiting inside you. Stay with me until the very end, because lesson number 5 has the power to completely transform the direction of your life. Lesson 1. Thoughts become reality. The profound architecture of the human experience begins not in the physical world but within the silent, unseen corridors of the mind. Every skyscraper that pierces the clouds, every digital network that connects continents, and every revolutionary medical breakthrough that saves lives was once nothing more than a fleeting electrical impulse in a human brain. Before wealth can ever manifest in a bank account or a tangible asset, it must first be conceptualized, nurtured, and sustained as a mental reality. This is the fundamental law of creation. The internal world precedes the external world. When we observe our current circumstances, our relationships, our financial status, and our professional achievements, we are essentially looking at the afterimage of our past dominant thoughts. To change the picture on the screen of your life, you must first change the film running through the projector of your mind. Napoleon Hill famously asserted that thoughts, when mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire, are powerful things that can be transmuted into riches or other material objects. This isn't mere mysticism, it is a psychological and neurological truth. Our brains possess a filtering system known as the reticular activating system (RAS), which prioritizes information based on what we focus on. If your dominant mental diet consists of fear, lack, and the anticipation of failure, your RAS will diligently highlight every obstacle and reason to quit, effectively blinding you to potential breakthroughs. Conversely, a mind saturated with the expectation of success and abundance becomes a magnet for opportunity. You begin to notice lucky breaks that were always there but previously invisible to your cynical gaze. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask yourself and the mental images you entertain during your idle hours. Most people allow their thoughts to be dictated by their environment, reacting to the news, the weather, or the opinions of others, which keeps them trapped in a cycle of mediocrity. However, the high achiever understands that the mind is a garden that must be actively cultivated. If you do not consciously plant seeds of success, the weeds of doubt and social conditioning will grow by default. This requires a radical shift from being a passive observer of your thoughts to being an active director of your mental narrative. You must learn to think independently of your current circumstances, focusing not on what is, but on what can be. Emotion is the fuel that gives thought its creative power. A cold intellectualized thought has very little transferable energy, but a thought wrapped in intense feeling becomes a command to the subconscious mind. When you visualize your goals, you must strive to feel the gratitude and excitement as if they are already accomplished. This emotional alignment bridges the gap between imagination and reality. It creates a sense of cognitive dissonance that the mind seeks to resolve by driving you toward the necessary actions, people, and resources required to manifest the vision. Your future is not a random roll of the dice. It is a deliberate construction project fueled by the blueprints you draw in your mind every single day. Lesson 2. Desire is the starting point of wealth. A wish is a passive longing. a fragile hope that requires no skin in the game and yields no results. A burning desire, however, is an entirely different beast. It is the psychological foundation upon which all great fortunes are built. Napoleon Hill observed that the turning point in the lives of those who succeed usually comes at some moment of crisis through which they are introduced to their other selves. This other self is birthed through a desire so intense that it transcends the need for comfort or security. When you possess a burning desire, you are no longer trying to achieve a goal, you are obsessed with it. This obsession acts as a compass, keeping you oriented toward your true north even when the storms of life attempt to blow you off course. The reason most people fail to accumulate significant wealth or achieve high-level success is that their desire is lukewarm. They want the rewards, but they are not willing to burn the metaphorical ships behind them. To truly succeed, you must reach a point where retreat is impossible, where the only options are to succeed or to perish in the attempt. This level of commitment transforms your biology. It heightens your focus, increases your energy levels, and provides you with a reservoir of willpower that average people simply cannot access. Desire is the why that makes the how possible. Without a sufficiently strong why, any obstacle will serve as a convenient excuse to stop. Specificity is the soul of desire. You cannot simply desire money or happiness in a general sense and expect the universe to deliver. Vague desires lead to vague results. You must define exactly what you want down to the last cent and the final detail. When you are specific, your desire becomes a target. A target allows you to measure progress, adjust your strategy, and maintain focus. Napoleon Hill outlined a clear process for transmuting desire into gold, which starts with fixing in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. This level of clarity forces your subconscious to take your goals seriously, moving them from the realm of fantasy into the realm of actionable plans. A burning desire also provides the necessary immunity against the poverty of spirit that plagues society. When you are driven by a deep emotional commitment to a vision, the opinions of critics and the temporary stings of defeat lose their power over you. You become like a heat-seeking missile. You may be diverted momentarily, but your internal guidance system constantly recalibrates until you hit your mark. This hunger is what separates the masters from the masses. It is the spark that ignites the engine of achievement, turning the raw materials of talent and opportunity into the finished product of a legacy. If your current goals do not keep you awake at night with excitement, they are not big enough to trigger the power of desire. Lesson 3. Faith programs the mind for success. Faith is the eternal elixir which gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. In the context of personal achievement, faith is not a religious dogma but a state of mind that can be induced through self-suggestion. It is the unshakable conviction that you will achieve your goal even when there is no physical evidence to support that belief. This applied faith acts as a bridge between the finite mind of man and the infinite intelligence of the universe. When you move with faith, you are operating from a place of certainty rather than hope. This certainty is magnetic. It draws people to you, inspires confidence in investors, and gives you the courage to make bold moves that others would find reckless. Our behavior is never a reflection of our potential. It is always a reflection of our beliefs. If you harbor a deep-seated belief that you are unworthy of wealth or that success is reserved for a lucky few, your subconscious mind will act as a silent saboteur. It will lead you to procrastinate, make poor decisions, and miss obvious opportunities, all to keep your external reality consistent with your internal self-image. Faith is the tool we use to reprogram this internal software. By consciously choosing to believe in our capacity and our eventual victory, we override the limiting scripts of our upbringing and social conditioning. We begin to act as if, and in doing so we eventually become. One of the most effective ways to build faith is through the practice of affirmations mixed with emotion. Repeating a statement like "I am becoming more prosperous every day" is useless if you don't feel the truth of it in your bones. Faith is a muscle that must be exercised. It begins with small wins and the deliberate decision to trust your intuition. As you see your thoughts beginning to manifest, your faith grows stronger, allowing you to take on even larger challenges. Napoleon Hill emphasized that faith is the only known antidote for failure. When you have faith, a temporary defeat is seen merely as a detour, not a dead end. It allows you to maintain your composure and your creativity when things go wrong. Ultimately, faith is about your relationship with the unknown. The path to great wealth and success is never a straight line and is often shrouded in fog. Most people wait for the fog to clear before they start walking, but the person of faith starts walking into the fog, knowing that the path will reveal itself one step at a time. This willingness to move forward without a complete map is what distinguishes leaders from followers. By guarding your inner dialogue and refusing to entertain thoughts of doubt, you create a mental environment where faith can flourish. Remember, the words you repeat to yourself in private are the bricks that build the house of your future. Lesson 4. Persistence defeats failure. The history of success is a history of people who refused to quit when things got difficult. Persistence is the essential X factor that separates the legendary from the forgotten. Most people are good starters but poor finishers. They are easily discouraged by the first sign of opposition or the first sting of criticism. However, persistence is to the character of man what carbon is to steel. It is the quality that gives you the resilience to endure the long dark night of the soul that accompanies every great endeavor. Napoleon Hill found that in almost every instance of great success he studied, the individual had met with heartbreaking defeat before arriving. The difference was that they viewed defeat as a temporary state, not a permanent identity. Failure is often a blessing in disguise, though it rarely feels like one at the moment. It is life's way of testing our resolve and stripping away the strategies that no longer serve us. Every failure contains a seed of equivalent benefit, if you are willing to look for it. When a plan fails, it simply means your plan wasn't sound. It doesn't mean you are a failure. Persistence allows you to take the lessons from that defeat, refine your approach and try again with greater intelligence. The world has a habit of making room for the person whose actions show that they are going somewhere and will not be stopped. When you refuse to take no for an answer, the universe eventually says yes. The lack of persistence is one of the most common causes of failure. It is often linked to a lack of desire. If you don't want something badly enough, you won't fight for it when the going gets tough. Persistence is a state of mind, and therefore it can be cultivated. It is based on definite causes, such as definiteness of purpose, self-reliance, and the habit of moving with intensity. You must develop a thick skin against the opinions of others. Relatives, friends, and the general public will often try to help you by pointing out why your ideas won't work. Persistence requires a certain level of mental autonomy, the ability to stay true to your vision even when you are the only one who sees it. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. The overnight success stories we see in the media are almost always the result of years of invisible toil, rejection, and persistence. The bridge between the dream and the reality is built with the bricks of daily effort. There will be days when you feel like you are making no progress, and there will be days when you feel like you are moving backward. It is on these days that persistence matters most. By staying in the fight, you outlast your competition. Many people quit just as they are 3 feet from gold. The person who persists understands that the darkest hour is often just before the dawn, and they keep digging until they strike the vein. Lesson 5. Your environment shapes your destiny. Human beings are like sponges. We subconsciously absorb the energy, attitudes, and beliefs of the people and places we surround ourselves with. This psychic osmosis is so subtle that we often don't realize it's happening until we find ourselves adopting the same limitations as our peer group. If you spend your time with people who complain about the economy, gossip about others, and fear change, you will eventually find your own ambition stifling. Napoleon Hill was a massive proponent of the mastermind principle, the idea that you should surround yourself with a group of people who are as committed to growth and success as you are. In such an environment, your ideas are challenged, your vision is expanded, and your standards are forced to rise. Your environment consists of more than just the people you talk to. It includes the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the physical spaces you inhabit. If your home or office is cluttered and chaotic, your mind will reflect that chaos. If your digital feed is filled with outrage and triviality, your mental energy will be dissipated on things that don't matter. To achieve high-level success, you must become the architect of your environment rather than a victim of it. This might mean distancing yourself from energy vampires who drain your enthusiasm, even if they are friends or family. It means seeking out mentors and environments that make you feel like a small fish in a big pond, as this is the only place where significant growth occurs. When you place yourself in a powerful environment, success begins to feel normal. If everyone in your circle is building businesses, investing, and striving for excellence, you will naturally begin to do the same to keep pace. This is the power of social proof. Conversely, if your environment treats mediocrity as the standard, you will have to fight an uphill battle against your own biology to achieve anything great. Protecting your mind is your most important job. This involves setting strict boundaries on what you allow to enter your consciousness. You wouldn't let someone dump trash in your living room, so why let them dump negative thoughts and limiting beliefs into your mind? Finally, understand that you have the power to create your own mental environment regardless of your physical location. Through the study of great books and the lives of successful people, you can virtually surround yourself with the greatest minds in history. You can choose to listen to the wisdom of the ages rather than the noise of the present. By intentionally curating your influences, you program your subconscious for victory. Your environment is the soil in which your dreams grow. If the soil is toxic, the plant will wither. If the soil is rich and nurtured, your potential becomes limitless. Choose your circle and your content with extreme care, for they are the invisible hands shaping your destiny. At this very moment, there is a force inside you that is far more powerful than any obstacle standing in your way. A force stronger than fear, stronger than failure, stronger than doubt. That force is your mind. And the truth is, wealth is not created in the marketplace first. It is created in the mind first. Napoleon Hill spent his life uncovering the principles that separate dreamers from achievers, and again he found the same truth. Success begins within. Your thoughts create your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your actions. Your actions determine your results, and your results create your future. So if you want a new future, you must begin with a new mindset. Starting today, watch your thoughts, feed your desire, strengthen your faith, practice persistence, and protect your environment, because every one of these principles is a key, and together they unlock the wealth power already living inside you. You do not need permission to become successful. You do not need perfect circumstances. You do not need to wait for the right moment. The power has always been there, inside your ideas, inside your vision, inside your courage, inside your mind. The only question is, will you unlock it? If this message spoke to you, don't just listen, apply it, because the moment you change your mind, you begin to change your life, and that change could make you unstoppable.